Chapter 7 Ultra-Personalized AI-Enabled Education, Precision Healthcare and Wellness. Part 2 AI-Powered, Personalized, Precision Healthcare. It is clear that AI's impact on the healthcare industry has enormous potential. AI-infused healthcare digitization and instrumentation makes it possible to draw inferences, get insights, and recognize patterns in massive volumes of patient histories, electronic health records, healthcare device data, medical images, epidemiological, statistical data, and other healthcare-related data. This capability not only helps healthcare providers to better monitor or diagnose patients remotely, improve their diagnosis, tailor personalized treatments, and develop precision medicine solutions, but also to reduce costs with respect to chronic diseases which account for a large share of healthcare budgets. AI can also assist to better forecast and understand the spread of diseases, its distribution, as well as the factors and patterns of disease and health conditions in specified populations. Some of the key trends identified in Accenture's Digital Health Technology Vision 2020 report includes the use of smart technologies such as AI, smart devices, and robots, as well as digital patient experience and innovation. According to their survey, 85% of health executives have the opinion that technology has become an inseparable part of life and human experience, whereas 70% of global consumers concur and expect it to have a prominent impact on their lives over the next 3 years. In another study, most healthcare consumers seem 6 to 7 times more positive about AI's beneficial impact on society and their personal lives. Not only is AI-powered applications increasing access to care, but there is also an overall expectation that healthcare consumers want to have a personalized digital experience and be able to choose their own healthcare journey. They are also concerned about data privacy, security, how their data is being used, and commercial tracking of data that is linked to their behaviors, interests, locations, and online activities. When data is compromised, healthcare organizations and companies are not only losing money, every healthcare record that is breached costs approximately $355, but also lose the trust of the consumer. Almost 70% of healthcare organizations are piloting or adopting AI and also working on contextualized collaborative use cases for a blended workforce with human and AI elements. As there is a rising imbalance between patients and the healthcare workforce, AI can help to address the unmet clinical demand over the period until 2026, which has been estimated to be at least 20%. In a separate study published by OTM, the health services arm of United Health Group, it was found that half of healthcare organizations expect AI to deliver positive return on investment within 3 years of deployment. Most health executives also believe that the stakes for innovation are very high, with some disruptive scientific advancements, maturing digital technology being accessible and commoditized, and smart technologies such as AI, blockchain, augmented and virtual reality, and quantum computing becoming available for use. As healthcare is also a highly regulated industry, having access to the appropriate datasets, which is key for AI deployment, can also hamper the speed at which healthcare companies can experiment with AI-driven solutions. That said, there are also exceptional opportunities to innovate with AI-driven scalable platform business models, similar to what we have seen in other consumer-facing business sectors, where, for example, significant value can be unlocked from healthcare and other related data to improve healthcare outcomes, and smart technology used to mediate between multiple parties, even if the assets such as healthcare professionals and hospitals are not owned by the health system. For healthcare providers to realize this potential, they need to digitize their operations, ensure rapid access to all available internal and external data, invest in smart technology expertise and computing and data infrastructure, and make substantial changes to how they do business. The McKinsey Global Institute estimates that in the US alone, AI-powered solutions can potentially save $300 billion a year in healthcare service costs. They also reported that AI-driven preventative care and the decrease of non-elective hospital admissions in the UK can save £3.3 billion per year. One way of saving costs is for healthcare providers to offer AI-driven preventative care solutions that incorporate forecasting and analysis of the spread of diseases and the identification of high-risk patient groups to help hospital administrators optimize inventory levels, set budgets, improve the allocation and scheduling of staff, and get better reimbursement rates for insurance. According to Grand Review Research, the global AI in healthcare market size is expected to reach approximately $31 billion by 2025, growing at a compound annual growth rate of 41.5% and driven by an increased demand to reduce healthcare costs, a proliferation of health-related sensors and devices, a significant increase in AI-driven applications, a reduction in hardware costs, an improvement in computing power, and an increase in the adoption of precision medicine. Markets are slightly more bullish and projects $45 billion in 2026 from a base of approximately $5 billion in 2020, with apart from the mentioned major market growth factors, also emphasizes the increasing volume of healthcare data, the growth in cross-industry collaborations and partnerships, the increasing imbalance between healthcare workforce and consumers, and the use of AI to assist pharmaceutical and biotechnology companies to fast-track vaccine and drug development processes for the COVID-19 pandemic. Some of the specific applications include AI-driven healthcare informatics solutions, medical imaging, disease diagnostics and treatment, drug discovery, and healthcare monitoring solutions. Goldman Sachs Global Investment Research estimates that the use of AI can significantly enhance and reduce the risk in the drug discovery and development process in a substantial way by increasing efficiencies worth more than $28 billion per year globally and removing $26 billion per year in costs. In the same report, they claim that reducing the risk of expensive phase 3 trials by 50% could generate billions of dollars in savings and returns on the more than $90 billion that are currently being spent in research and development across some of the largest pharmaceutical companies in the world. Research and Markets reported that the global electronic health records market is forecasted to grow from approximately $30 billion in 2020 to an estimated $40 billion by 2025, driven by smart technology-based healthcare solutions, the increasing demand for centralization and streamlining of electronic healthcare systems, the growth in government funding and expenditure for the development of healthcare information technology solutions, and an increasing awareness about the use and importance of electronic health records. The McKinsey Global Institute estimates that AI-enabled healthcare-related operational efficiencies could represent up to 2% of GDP savings in developed countries, and that AI-driven productivity for registered nurses can be improved by 40 to 50% when supported by AI software. In another AI in Healthcare report by Accenture, AI is described as healthcare's new nervous system or operating system, with the market expected to grow to almost $7 billion in 2021 and AI applications contributing to potential annual cost savings of $150 billion by 2026 in the US healthcare industry alone. Some of the top AI applications that they list that contribute to these savings include robot-assisted surgery, virtual nursing assistants, administrative workflow assistance, fraud detection, dosage error reduction, connected machines, clinical trial participant identifier, preliminary diagnosis, automated image diagnosis, and cybersecurity. AI-driven healthcare solutions can add significant value in the form of diagnostic tools that can quickly identify diseases with greater accuracy using historical medical data and patient records, enhanced treatment plans, and improved health insurance. By enriching electronic health records further with real-time data from mobile and health-related devices, AI solutions can be developed to better monitor a patient's health remotely and proactively detect possible diseases. Medical professionals are seeing how AI solutions can be reliable and helpful in areas such as robotic surgery for routine steps in simple procedures like laser eye surgery and hair transplants, image analysis to help them examine X-rays, retina scans, and other images, autonomous diagnostic devices that conduct simple medical tests without human assistance, genetic analysis to draw insights from genome scans, pathology to analyze biopsy samples, clinical decision support in hospitals to predict septic shock. Virtual nursing applications can check on patients between office visits and provide automatic alerts to physicians. Medical administration applications that increase efficiency in tasks like billing and insurance claims. Virtual interactive agents can help to improve patient experience and waiting time by, for example, handling registration and automatic referral to appropriate healthcare professionals, and mental health applications to monitor depression by mining mobile phone and social media data. Other AI applications include reducing hospitalization and treatment costs through insights from population health analysis and anomaly detection on clinical and medical claims data. Healthcare costs can also be significantly reduced by mining patients' medical histories as well as environmental and lifestyle factors to identify people at risk of an illness and steer them to proactive preventative care programs to manage their wellness better. The same holds for patients with chronic lifestyle diseases that can be better managed through personalized, AI-driven chronic disease management care solutions that involve personalized treatment plans to improve therapy efficiency by customizing treatment to specific patients' needs and medical conditions. These types of solutions also help to forecast patient behavior and disease likelihoods, which in turn can also help to optimize hospital and clinical operations, inventory, and staffing schedules. Some of the major companies in the AI and healthcare market includes especially those from the United States, such as IBM, General Electric, Johnson & Johnson, Google, Microsoft, AWS, General Vision, NVIDIA, and Medtronic. Whereas some examples from Europe include Siemens and Koninklijke Philips NV. There has also been an increase in cross-industry collaborations, such as Microsoft's partnership with Apollo Hospitals in India to focus on predicting cardiac disease risk and treatment planning. Other examples include GNS Healthcare's partnership with Alliance and Amgen for clinical trials in oncology to improve treatment responses in metastatic colorectal cancer, and IBM Watson for clinical trial matching that are used by the Mayo Clinic in lung, breast, and gastrointestinal cancer clinical trials. IBM Watson Health provides AI-driven healthcare solutions across the healthcare ecosystem for healthcare providers to accelerate AI-driven digital transformation, life sciences to improve clinical development research and increase treatment value with differentiated solutions, healthcare payers to assist health plans, and accelerate member health change, employers to drive more effective employee benefits management, and governments to deliver human-centric care through insights to improve lives. IBM has been at the forefront of developing AI healthcare systems over the last decade and has 12 research laboratories dedicated to its AI-driven initiatives, with more than 1,400 patents in this field. Although AI applications in healthcare show tremendous promise, it must also be said that IBM Watson's overpromise and underdelivery on AI-driven healthcare serves as an example of how difficult it can be to make AI work for real-world healthcare-related applications, along with the evolving nature and maturity levels of the state-of-the-art in AI, which is improving rapidly. For example, although IBM has early on showed promise with IBM Watson's application in cancer diagnosis, where the treatment plans recommended match those of the patient's oncologist for 99% of cases reviewed, the hard reality was that the accuracy was much lower in other studies where the concordance in Thailand, India, and South Korea was respectively 83%, 73%, and 49%. Although high accuracy was obtained for clear concepts such as diagnosis, the scores were lower for time-dependent information such as therapy timeline. Things are further complicated by only allowing evidence-based recommendations that are linked to outcomes of studies published in medical literature and official medical guidelines. Completely automated diagnosis and treatment advice is likely to go through a transitional period before becoming commonplace, as rapid access to multiple data sources, strong regulatory requirements, and patient acceptance are all issues that need to be addressed. Since IBM Watson entered the healthcare industry almost a decade ago, many partnerships have been developed to work on applications for doctors, institutions, and consumers, such as clinical decision support, genomic analysis for cancer, clinical trial matching, personalized diabetes management, managing chronic conditions, personalized medical advice, drug development support, drug safety analysis, personalized nutrition advice during pregnancy, workplace health, and personalized athletic coaching. Although there seems to be not many commercial products yet, this work has already led to valuable research in preparation for real-world applications. For example, IBM Watson applications in genomics that are developed in partnership with universities such as Yale and North Carolina seem to show promise. The scientific evidence outlined in a 2020 report from IBM Watson's Health in Oncology Research also shows progress with AI applications in key studies with respect to clinical decision support, clinical trials, and genomics. The Cleveland Clinic has recently created an AI innovation center focused on applying machine learning to healthcare and will leverage data from more than 1 million Cleveland Clinic patients to build predictive models for inpatient mortality risk, projected length of stay, and risk of readmission, as well as precision medicine such as enhancing cancer detection through AI-driven imaging analytics and predicting patient responses. A few years ago, they entered into a 5-year partnership agreement with IBM to use IBM Watson to better capture the value of data and enhance the patient care across their regional hospitals and full-service family health centers with data-driven personalized healthcare and population health management. IBM Watson Health has also partnered with Vanderbilt University Medical Center and Brigham and Women's Hospital in a 10-year $50 million collaboration to leverage AI for patient safety and precision medicine. Another example of an academic institution and health system collaboration is UCI Health System that partnered with the University of California, Irvine, to launch the UCI Center for Artificial Intelligence in Diagnostic Medicine. The center's focus is on improving diagnostic and treatment planning for cancer by leveraging AI strategies and developing and deploying a brain hemorrhage detection tool for use in the emergency care environment. Johns Hopkins Hospital recently announced a 5-year partnership with Microsoft to leverage their AI and analytics tools for accelerated precision medicine discoveries. To support Johns Hopkins Medicine in Health program, they have launched 16 precision medicine centers of excellence and plan to extend this to 50 centers within the next 5 years, where researchers are working toward breakthroughs across several diseases such as multiple sclerosis and prostate cancer. GE Healthcare's AI-enabled software was also successfully used at Johns Hopkins Hospital to prioritize hospital activity to ensure a faster, more positive patient experience and has seen a 60% improvement in its ability to admit patients and a 21% increase in patient discharges before noon. GE Healthcare's AI platform, which is called Edison, is designed to help healthcare providers to improve patient outcomes, increase access to care, and operate more efficiently. It can integrate and assimilate data from disparate sources, apply AI-powered analytics to generate insights, and be securely deployed via Edison Health Link, cloud, or directly onto smart devices. Some example Edison applications include the AI-powered chest X-ray analysis suite called the Critical Care Suite that helps radiologists prioritize cases involving collapsed lungs, by automatically analyzing images upon acquisition and for critical findings produce triage notifications that are sent directly to picture archiving and communication systems. True Fidelity CT Images, which uses deep learning image reconstruction to generate images with deep detail, true texture, and high fidelity for each CT scan. Air Recon DL, which is a deep learning application designed to improve signal to noise and image sharpness and enabling shorter scan times. Breast Assistant, which automatically provides an AI-based quantitative risk assessment that aligns to a breast imaging reporting and data system category. AFI on Vivid Products, which leverages AI-enabled view recognition to automatically select optimal views and accurately assess left ventricular wall motion. Embo Assist, which is a 3D visualization software solution designed to help clinicians simulate injections dynamically and thus perform embolization procedures with confidence. And Edison OpenAI Orchestrator, which simplifies the selection, deployment, and usage of AI in imaging workflows at scale. As part of the Edison Developer Program, GE Healthcare is currently working with a number of AI services and solution companies, including Arteris, Koyos Medical, Volpara, iCAD, and MaxQ AI, to create products for healthcare systems via Edison. The Breast Assistant mentioned above is one such product developed by Koyos Medical that uses AI to provide clinical decision support for healthcare workers when using ultrasound to detect and diagnose cancer. The application has also been integrated into GE Healthcare's LodgeIQ E10 ultrasound system. GE Healthcare and Arteris have extended cardiac assessment beyond the anatomy with ViasWorks 4D Flow that provides a comprehensive solution that captures all 7 dimensions of information in a cardiovascular scan in 10 minutes or less, with data being analyzed with cloud-based and deep learning-enabled ViasWorks analysis. According to Johnson & Johnson, they ensure that data science impacts every function across their enterprise and have made AI-related investments in 2 key areas for them, which includes drug development and robotic surgery. Their drug development investments include the Quickfire Emerging Tech Startup Challenge, as well as the Machine Learning Ledger Orchestration for Drug Discovery Melody project, which connects data from some of the largest pharmaceutical companies to support drug discovery. The others include Amgen, Astellas, AstraZeneca, Bayer, Boehringer Ingelheim, GSK, Merck, Novartis, and Servier. Johnson & Johnson's recent robotic surgery investments include Verb Surgical with their AI-powered digital surgery platform and Auris Health that diagnose and treat lung cancer via their Monarch platform that integrates robotics, microinstrumentation, endoscope design, sensing, and data science. They've also invested in Cara that specializes in digital therapeutic solutions for life-interrupting digestive diseases. Janssen Research and Development, which is part of Johnson & Johnson, claim that they have developed an AI-driven method that helps to make the drug discovery process up to 250 times more efficient and faster compared to traditional methods. Google Health, which now also includes Google DeepMind's health division, is using AI across a spectrum of healthcare use cases, such as diagnosing cancer, predicting patient outcomes, preventing blindness, and improving patient care. On the research and development side, they are using state-of-the-art machine learning to improve the accuracy of genomic analysis with their deep variant solution, detecting deficient coverage in colonoscopy screenings, explore faster screenings with fewer tests, discover small molecule chemical probes for biological research, and generate diverse synthetic medical image data for training machine learning models. Google DeepMind has developed an early warning AI-driven system to predict the progression of retinal disease called age-related macular degeneration, which is the most common cause of blindness in the developed world. Early identification of a more serious form of this disease, which can cause rapid blindness, can provide a critical window to target therapeutic solutions to help prevent loss of sight. The AI system, which uses two deep learning models, the one focused on segmented retinal scans to help pick up on anatomical indicators, and the other one on raw retina scans to identify subtle changes, are combined to calculate the risk of progression of this disease within a 6-month period. In one study, the system successfully identified 1/3 of scans that did go on to progress within 6 months. The Mayo Clinic is well positioned to advance AI applications in healthcare, given their huge database of historical ECGs, genomes, microbiomes, diagnostic images, and other test results, as well as their collaborative research involving medical doctors, engineers, and scientists in delivering impactful AI solutions to improve clinical care in cardiovascular medicine, neurology, oncology, and radiology. Some example cardiovascular use cases include cutting the time to diagnosis by fast-tracking the analysis of CT scans of stroke patients, AI-guided ECGs to detect faulty heart rhythms before any symptoms appear, predicting risk early in conditions such as embolic stroke, monitoring the heart and detecting arrhythmia in smart clothing projects, and developing AI technology compatible with smartphones and high-tech stethoscopes. The Mayo Clinic and Google have recently embarked on a 10-year partnership to give Mayo Clinic access to Google's AI-powered analytics and advanced cloud computing infrastructure, where the Google Cloud will securely store the Mayo Health System's data to enable data scientists to work with healthcare domain experts and researchers in using AI to solve a variety of complex health challenges. Siemens Healthineers, which has been spun out of Siemens, is another major healthcare solutions provider that leverages AI extensively to transform healthcare delivery, enhance patient experience, and advance the state-of-the-art in precision medicine with a portfolio of more than 45 AI-enabled solutions that focuses on standardizing and automating workflows and providing personalized complex diagnostics. The current AI-supported systems adds value through general assistance, as well as partial and conditional automation, with high and full automation to follow in the future, and consumes data types that include those from scanners or instruments, reporting or reading guidance, patients, and patient cohorts. Some of these solutions include AI Pathway Companion that assists with tailored and standardized diagnosis and treatment decisions along evidence-based disease-specific care pathways using data integration, augmented intelligence, and insights from cohort analytics. Another one is AI RAD Companion, which is a cloud-based AI-enabled augmented workflow solution that automatically performs measurements and produces multimodal clinical images and reports. Siemens Healthineers has also recently enhanced their X-ray diagnostic solutions with the introduction of the AI RAD Companion Chest X-ray solution that makes use of AI-enabled software that assists with clinical decision-making on upright thorax images, as well as Uci X-Pre, which they claim is the world's first AI-powered X-ray system that assists radiologists by optimizing the daily routine of image acquisition in radiography. The latter solution minimizes radiation exposure by only focusing on the relevant area, which is made possible by an AI-based algorithm using live images from a 3D camera that automatically detects the area, say for example the thorax, to acquire images containing all the required information. Other examples of AI-powered solutions include the AI RAD Companion Brain MR for morphometry analysis and AI RAD Companion MR for biopsy support. These AI-enabled software assistants help to automate routine tasks for radiologists while performing magnetic resonance imaging examinations of brain and prostate by, for example, automatically identifying segments on the MRI images and comparing the results to relevant data in a normative morphometric reference database. AI-powered automation has the potential to increase healthcare productivity by relieving healthcare professionals of routine activities, optimizing the operations, staffing schedules, and inventories of healthcare providers, automating diagnosis and making them faster and more accurate, and conducting simple medical tests without human assistance. AI-driven proactive healthcare services typically make use of a variety of data sources such as scans, images, videos, laboratory diagnostics, and healthcare professional transcripts. The AI-based analysis can drive reports and alerts for cardiac, schizophrenia, diabetic, pulmonary, oncology, and various other healthcare watch lists. The AI-based analysis typically involves steps such as entity extraction, semantic analytics, and video analytics, followed by filtering and organizing, removing the noise from unstructured data, stemming, exploring linkages and correlation of terms, and finally, extracting themes and keywords, matching, and theme generation. AI-driven real-time healthcare services uses a combination of patient, specialist, and provider data sources to do location-aware analytics and help coordinate the location-aware based services with respect to surgery, special wards, etc. AI can also help to enhance the patient experience at hospitals and clinics with greater efficiency and improved patient flow and a more personal touch. Olive's AI-enabled workforce solution helps to make healthcare more cost-effective and efficient by assisting healthcare employees to optimize workflows and automate repetitive tasks such as migrating data, processing invoices, managing inventory, reporting, checking eligibility, and resolving claims. This cloud-based AI-as-a-service solution integrates with the hospital's existing software infrastructure, helps hospitals to eliminate wasteful spend and increase revenue and capacity. They also provide a centralized, real-time, easily accessible visualization tool to give visibility into the value and performance of Olive's automations. Olive also has an AI workforce intelligence solution called Deep Purple that enables healthcare providers to improve decision-making and elevate performance by applying expansive industry-wide learning across healthcare. US-based Cuventus provides a healthcare automation platform that helps to optimize hospital operations such as to automate and prioritize patient safety, decrease hospital length of stay, tracking hospital waiting times, eliminate excess days, and chart the faster ambulance routes. The platform incorporates AI, behavioral science, and data science to deliver a closed-loop system for automating patient flow by identifying issues in real time, retrospectively, or those in the future, manage accountability to ensure continuous improvement, and orchestrating actions to help frontline teams know what to do. Cuventus Patient Flow Solutions incorporate management best practices, operational processes, predefined AI models, and software templates to address the highest priority requirements across health systems and hospitals. CloudMedX has an AI-driven approach called Aligned Intelligence that uses a deep learning platform as an intuitive extension of the way healthcare providers, payers, and even patients collaborate and generate insights for improving patient journeys throughout the healthcare system. They collect and convert disparate data such as patient data, clinical history, and payment information into holistic and actionable insights to assist hospitals and clinics by using predictive analytics to intervene at key moments in the patient care experience. CloudMedX also has an AI-powered assistant called Ask Sophie to help people seamlessly navigate their healthcare journey by uploading their medical data and evaluating their symptoms. Babylon provides an AI-driven healthcare chatbot that interacts with patients in a personalized way, checking overall health and identifying risk factors, reviewing a patient's symptoms, and making recommendations with respect to either a virtual check-in or a face-to-face appointment with a healthcare professional. They have partnered with Canada's TELUS Health, corporates such as Prudential, as well as governmental organizations such as the Rwandan government and the UK's National Health Service. Some relevant use cases for deploying AI solutions in the healthcare and life sciences sector includes health insurance and claims-related fraud detection, campaign and sales program optimization, brand and reputation management, patient care quality and program analysis, drug discovery and development analysis, research and development, and real-time diagnostic data analysis. Some of the business needs of medical scheme providers where AI applications can make an impact includes growth and retention of medical scheme members, business process automation, value chain optimization through integrating and optimizing processes with suppliers, and reduction in fraud, waste, and abuse with respect to claims and payments. In one use case, a major medical scheme administrator realized that they had a significant problem in terms of fraud amongst their schemes. It was estimated that around 10% of all contributions were lost due to fraudulent activity by service providers and members. Some data mining highlighted significant fraud and abuse across the three schemes. This was after the existing fraud detection had been passed. The three schemes represent approximately 15% of the total members of this administrator. If the results are extrapolated, the outcome is clearly much more significant. In another one of Cortex Logic's AI-driven solutions use cases, a medical scheme administrator required a hospital benefits management solution to manage risk and decrease costs before authorization and update this after authorization. The desired outcome was the exception management that intervenes on the right cases at the right time in the right manner. The AI-driven solution combined multiple supervised and unsupervised machine learning models to generate a risk assessment score to identify risky and anomalous cases before authorization. The supervised models focused on predicting length of hospital stay as well as cost associated with such a hospital stay, whereas the unsupervised models were predominantly used for anomaly detection. The AI risk scoring system provides real-time information for exception management decision-making and enables significant cost savings through fraud, waste, and abuse prevention. Moving more away from a sick care system, AI is working on transforming a rather reactionary industry into a proactive and preventative one. Not only will this save the healthcare industry untold fortunes, but it will save countless lives and provide access to professional diagnosis that used to require consultations, being checked into hospitals, blood tests, etc. This is a long and expensive process for those who can afford it, and an often impossible process for those who cannot, where patients often must walk miles in rain or sun or cold, then take a bus, then a taxi, and maybe another taxi if they have not run out of money. This is just getting there. Then begins a process of sometimes spending days in a hospital waiting room, likely more than once, and then months to see a specialist. The state of healthcare facilities in Africa is one where people are more than sometimes made sicker instead of better. Hygiene is atrocious, and nursing staff are few and often without acceptable training, a few months maybe. Through AI, early diagnosis of many diseases is now possible, some of which will soon be available from an instrument attached to our smartphones and an app to support it. It then sends the diagnosis to medical professionals who are immediately empowered to treat us. This kind of early detection, prevention, and early treatment will not only free up hospital and doctors' time, but will save lives and protect many from the now public hospital experience, or at least part of it. There is also integration of other AI-powered systems that, once early detection has been made, plot therapy needs, recommend treatments, and even suggest clinical trials. With one blood test, it is also now possible, thanks to AI, to quickly know the presence, type, and stage of cancer for fast and accurate treatment. More so with diseases that have historically had unstable or no real treatments are now able to be treated by using AI to decipher molecular processes. This can pair treatments with patients, treat and cure patients, and ensure that each patient is receiving the right treatment for their unique genetic makeup. With fewer people sick, with people less sick and sick for less time, the only people who may not benefit are traditional pharmaceutical conglomerates, big pharma, who could lose a lot of business if fewer people relied on their medicine or needed it for less time. For those pharmaceutical companies working with AI and working to make better for the sake of the people and not for their own pockets, amazing and innovative discoveries could be made. Big Pharma is already investing in AI that could drastically decrease the time it takes to invent and perfect cures to current and new diseases. However, with prevention and early detection being a stone's throw away, perhaps expanding the focus to prevention is where Big Pharma should be headed to. AI can be used to efficiently diagnose and reduce error. For example, Path AI in the US has an AI-powered solution to assist pathologists in making more accurate diagnoses, with a focus on reducing error in cancer diagnosis and developing methods for personalized medical treatment. AI scientists at Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center have recently achieved a milestone in the use of deep learning in pathology, with a study analyzing more than 44,000 digitized glass slide images from more than 15,000 people with cancer, where the model identifies more than 98% of the cancer-containing biopsies and allow pathologists to exclude 65 to 75% of slides while retaining 100% sensitivity. This speeds up the process of analyzing samples substantially and enables pathologists to focus their attention on the most relevant slides and informative portions of the biopsies. Ancora Medical is focused on improving cancer outcomes with precision radiation oncology and provides a software platform that allows for better collection and application of real-world data for all healthcare-related decisions, simplify workflows, measure quality, and streamline operations to improve care and optimize treatment. In a recent machine learning case study, they have demonstrated the prediction of unplanned hospitalization after radiation, where the AI model successfully identified gastrointestinal cancer patients undergoing radiotherapy who are at low versus high risk of 30-day unplanned hospitalization. In another study, where they have collaborated with MD Anderson researchers, they have predicted head and neck cancer treatment toxicities by applying machine learning to a dataset that includes demographics, tumor characteristics, treatment, and outcomes. Enlitic helps to streamline radiology diagnosis through their deep learning platform that can analyze unstructured medical data such as radiology images, electrocardiogram records, blood tests, genomics, and patient medical history to give doctors better insight into a patient's real-time needs by detecting rare and subtle findings, providing measurements and descriptions, automating longitudinal analysis, and generating quality assessment reports. Freenome provides an AI-driven multi-omics platform along with accurate blood tests that enables early cancer detection by analyzing fragments of DNA, RNA, proteins, and other biomarkers circulating in blood plasma, decoding complex patterns associated with the body's response to specific tumor types, and integrating actionable insights into health systems to operationalize a feedback loop between care and science. AI-enhanced microscopes can be used by healthcare professionals to scan for harmful bacteria such as E. coli, Staphylococcus, and Streptococcus species in blood samples at a faster rate than is possible using manual scanning. At Harvard University's Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center, they've used 25,000 images of blood samples to generate 100,000 training images to train machine learning models how to classify these images into rod-shaped, round clusters, and round chains categories, which correspond to the above-mentioned bacteria species. The training and test accuracies to identify and predict these harmful bacteria in blood were respectively 95 and 93%. Israel-based Zebra Medical Vision provides radiologists with medical image diagnosis by automatically analyzing imaging scans from various modalities for several different clinical findings using their AI-powered imaging analytics engine, which outputs results in a timely manner and full synergy with radiology workflow. Their system can, for example, uncover brain, lung, liver, cardiovascular, and bone disease in computerized tomography scans, 40 different conditions in X-ray scans, and breast cancer in 2D mammograms, and alert patients at high risk of cardiovascular, lung, bone, and other diseases to help facilitate preventative care programs, as well as proper risk adjustments and allocation. US-based Boy Health provides an AI-based symptom and cure checker that diagnoses and treats illness through a chatbot that listens to a patient's symptoms and health issues, guides the patient to the best care option based on their condition, follow up on progress, and also connects the patient to others with similar symptoms. With mental health conditions and substance use rising, even more so amid the COVID-19 pandemic, digital therapeutic solutions have gained traction to help address this problem. A machine learning solution was recently demonstrated by researchers from Harvard and Vermont universities that can diagnose depression with 70% accuracy based on images posted and filtered functions used on Instagram. In another example, Wobot is an AI-powered personalized mental health chatbot that identifies user symptoms and uses clinically validated psychological interventions to help reduce symptoms of anxiety and depression. As the development of new drugs is estimated to cost $2.6 billion and almost 90% of the candidate therapies fail between the first phase trials and regulatory approval, AI-based solutions are being used to make the development of these pharmaceutical treatments quicker, efficient, and more cost-effective. US-based BioXcel Therapeutics is a clinical-stage biopharmaceutical company that provides AI-based drug development across immuno-oncology and neuroscience. For example, the two most advanced clinical development programs in their product pipeline involve new medicine for the acute treatment of agitation resulting from neuropsychiatric disorders, and another for the treatment of a rare form of prostate cancer and for the treatment of pancreatic cancer in combination with other immuno-oncology agents. Given that clinical trials typically cost billions of dollars and take years in terms of time commitment, with only a small percentage of drugs getting approval, non-adherence of clinical trial participants that never take the drug or administer it at wrong times or doses are a major problem. iCure improves medication adherence via an AI-driven solution that engage, record outcomes, support and improve meaningful behavioral insights to patients via their smartphones, and with iCure Patient Connect ensures that trial participants are taking the right medication at the right dosage while also capturing valuable behavioral and endpoint data to help advance clinical trials for potential treatments. In order to improve health outcomes and lower treatment costs, Cognizant has developed an AI-based solution that identifies potential drug-seeking behavior that uses text analytics and machine learning to generate system alerts for doctors during patients' visits when a pattern of at-risk behavior is identified, where they can then intercede with patients in real time and take corrective actions. Berg is a clinical-stage AI-powered biotechnology company in the US that fast-tracks clinical identification of promising therapeutic targets to treat oncology, neurology, and rare diseases. The interrogative biology platform maps diseases to accelerate the discovery and development of treatments, more effective precision treatments for individuals, as well as a reduction in costs to healthcare systems. Backed by Google, Tencent, and Sequoia Capital, XTLP's AI-enabled ID4 drug discovery platform accelerates the prediction of the chemical and pharmaceutical properties of small molecule candidates for drug design and development. They specifically focus on crystal structure prediction and process development, solid-state screening and evaluation, solid-state testing and analysis, small molecule drug design, as well as antibody and peptide research and development collaboration. Atomwise uses their convolutional neural network-driven solution called AtomNet to predict bioactivity and chemical interactions, as well as identify patient characteristics for clinical trials. As most of the human genome of approximately 20,000 genes does not have an approved drug, only about 750 have FDA-approved drugs, with 2,000 to 3,000 genes have drugs under development. AI can be utilized to help unlock drug targets. With AtomNet, they already have 14,000 genes that are screenable without complete structural data, whereas 4,000 genes with disease evidence can be targeted to discover new therapies for any disease. They claim that AtomNet can screen more than 16 billion synthesizable molecules against biological targets in less than 2 days, and then ship synthesized compounds for in-lab screening within 2 to 3 weeks. Some of the success stories include new therapies and drug candidates for multiple sclerosis, Ebola, Parkinson's disease, pediatric cancer, and age-related macular degeneration. Atomwise has also recently partnered with GC Pharma to discover oral therapies to help treat people with hemophilia. Canada-based Deep Genomics provides an AI-powered drug discovery platform to help researchers find candidates for developmental drugs related to neuromuscular and neurodegenerative disorders. They have recently announced the industry's first AI-discovered therapeutic candidate with the identification of a novel treatment target and corresponding drug candidate for Wilson disease, which is a rare and potentially life-threatening genetic disorder. Their AI platform is also used in Project Saturn to analyze over 69 billion molecules against 1 million targets in computer simulation to generate a library of 1,000 compounds that are experimentally verified to control cell biology along key pathways, which in turn can help researchers to rapidly unlock better therapies. The UK-based Benevolent have a drug discovery platform with multiple AI components that empower scientists to decipher the vast and complex code underlying human biology and find new ways to treat disease. The platform pulls data from structured and unstructured biomedical sources and curates this knowledge in a knowledge graph that is a therapeutic area agnostic via a data architecture that enables synergies across the drug discovery and development process. The knowledge graph extracts and contextualizes the relevant information and is made up of a huge number of AI-curated relationships between diseases, genes, and drugs. Benevolence relation inference AI models help predict potential disease targets to identify proteins that are differently expressed in healthy and diseased cells. For precision medicine applications, their machine learning models enable researchers to determine the correct mechanism to modulate and identify patient endotypes most likely to respond to treatment. US-based Tempus is providing data-driven precision medicine solutions by mining a very large collection of clinical and molecular data in order to enable healthcare professionals to make real-time, data-driven decisions to deliver personalized healthcare treatments to patients based on their unique molecular profiles. Tempus genomic tests analyze DNA, RNA, and proteomic data to understand a patient's tumor at a molecular level in order to identify personalized treatment options for a patient. Their platform can ingest and organize unstructured data such as clinical notes, radiology scans, pathology images, and lab reports to capture therapeutic, phenotypic, and outcomes data to understand the clinical context for each patient case. KenSky's AI platform for digital health and healthcare solutions assists health organizations to improve health outcomes and patient care experiences and predict hospital risks by transforming healthcare data to real-time insights and accelerate their AI and business intelligence initiatives to help unlock return on investment. Proscia provides an AI-enabled software platform for digital and computational pathology called Concentric that can integrate into technology infrastructure of anatomic pathology labs and powers image-based research to accelerate drug discovery, as well as its intelligent image-based workflow application that automates time-consuming repetitive tasks and delivers actionable insights into laboratory performance, which drives productivity and higher quality across laboratory operations. During the COVID-19 public health emergency, their solution is CE marked for in vitro diagnostic use in Europe and available for remote use in clinical practice in the United States. H2O.ai provides an open-source, distributed in-memory AI platform that is used across multiple industries with application use cases in healthcare, such as medical claim fraud detection, predicting hospital-acquired infections, emergency room and hospital management, improving clinical workflows, early cancer detection, flu season prediction, drug discovery, personalized drug matching, and medical imaging and diagnostics. iCarbonX in China is creating a platform for digitizing, analyzing, and understanding life that uses state-of-the-art AI to search the data for insights about health, disease, and aging in order to better classify conditions, refine diagnosis, and target treatments for specific biologies and offer personalized healthcare products and services. As robot-assisted surgery has led to fewer surgery-related complications, a quicker recovery time, and less pain, it has increased in popularity to help surgeons perform complex procedures with precision, flexibility, and control for a range of surgeries from minimally invasive procedures to even open heart surgery. AI is gradually changing the practice of surgery with improvements in imaging, navigation, and robotic intervention across the spectrum of pre-operative planning and intra-operative guidance to the integration of surgical robots. AI techniques for surgical robotics include perception, localization and mapping, system modeling and control, and human-robot interaction. Pre-operative planning, where surgeons plan the surgical procedure from existing medical records and imaging, can be improved by early detection and diagnosis based on multimodal information, federated machine learning with meta-learning and explainable AI, as well as having more large-scale datasets available for training machine learning models. Computer-aided intra-operative guidance that enhances visualization and localization in surgery can be improved with AI with respect to shape reconstruction of implants or organs, endoscopic navigation with camera localization and 3D environment mapping, soft tissue and optical biopsy tracking, and augmented reality visual guidance. Going forward, there are also shifts from static image displays to show dynamic organ function, advanced augmented reality and virtual reality technologies for surgical training and teaching, and remote surgical cooperation between multidisciplinary teams. In the future, surgical robotics will become more versatile, lighter, and cheaper, and have increased levels of robotic autonomy, whereas nanorobots will be used for diagnosis and drug delivery. On the ethical and legal side, key issues are protecting the privacy of patients' data, the proactive handling of cybercrime, and trust between patients and AI systems. Intuitive's Da Vinci surgical systems have pioneered the robotic surgery industry and was one of the first robotic-assisted, minimally invasive surgical systems cleared by the US Food and Drug Administration in 2000. Their family of Da Vinci systems are now being used across 67 countries worldwide, with their fourth-generation Da Vinci surgical systems continuing to advance minimally invasive surgery across a wide spectrum of surgical procedures. Their most capable system currently is Da Vinci Xi and uses advanced instrumentation, vision, and features such as integrated table motion along with setup automation and guidance that promotes operating room efficiency. For narrow access urological surgery, their Da Vinci SP system enables surgeons to operate through one incision. Vicarious Surgical also enables surgeons to perform minimally invasive operations in a better way using virtual reality and AI to enhance proprietary, human-like surgical robotics. Auris Health is transforming medical intervention by leveraging flexible robotics to enable endoscopy that use small cameras and tools to enter the body through its natural openings. In order to do this cost-effectively and improve outcomes, their Monarch platform integrates the latest advancements in AI, robotics, micro-instrumentation, endoscope design, sensing, and data science. They are currently focused on lung cancer and providing diagnostic and therapeutic bronchoscopic procedures. Microsure in the Netherlands develops robot-assisted microsurgery solutions, and their Musa surgical robot is, according to them, the world's first clinically available CE-certified robot for microsurgery that achieves higher levels of accuracy by enhanced scale of movement, tremor elimination, and added dexterity to maximize and standardize surgical performance. Currently, 8 of Microsure's microsurgical operations are being used for lymphatic system procedures such as treating breast cancer-related lymphedema, as well as free flap and hand surgery. Accuracy provides radiotherapy systems that make cancer treatments more effective, shorter, safer, and personalized. Their Cyberknife S7 robotic radiosurgery system enables clinicians to deliver personalized non-surgical stereotactic treatments to more patients, and does this with sub-millimeter accuracy anywhere in the body, such as the prostate, lung, liver, pancreas, kidney, brain, or spine. They claim that this system provides best-in-class robotic precision that enables the world's only motion-synchronized, AI-driven, real-time treatment delivery adaptation for all indications and treatments. Accuracy's tomotherapy system provides image-guided radiation therapy and intensity-modulated radiation therapy featuring integrated 3D image guidance and conformal treatments to oncology patients, whereas their Radizac treatment delivery system provides image-guided intensity-modulated radiation therapy with clinical workflows and conformal treatments enabled. Hungary-based Turbine is a simulation-driven drug discovery company that uses AI to deliver targeted cancer therapies to targeted patient populations. As DNA damage repair targets are present in 30% of all cancers and also not easy to address with conventional methods, their pipeline is focused on these targets linked to resistant patient populations. Their platform is called Simulated Cell and integrates a digital model of cell behavior with experimental validation and domain knowledge of translational science and molecular biology, which generates hypotheses and provides mechanistic insights in simulated experiments. They have successfully guided leading pharma companies and have their own proprietary resistant target currently in validation stage. MindMaze in Switzerland provides a cloud-based brain health platform that combines certified digital therapeutic solutions with AI and motion analytics to address challenging problems in neurology and neurorehabilitation in order to maximize the recovery potential of patients with debilitating neurological diseases, as well as reduce the impact of aging on cognition and movement. US-based Ginger provides an integrated mental health support solution that combines real-time behavioral health coaching via a chatbot, video therapy, and psychiatry sessions, and personalized clinically validated skill-building activities. Given the many structural problems that health systems face in developing countries, such as those in Africa, where public health policies are not effective, access to healthcare professionals or supplies are limited or not always available, services are not always affordable, treatments are not effective, and many people have a lack of knowledge on health issues, there is an opportunity for AI-powered healthcare solutions to help address these issues in a cost-effective and efficient way. Some example use cases include the use of AI to get insights into the spreading of disease that can help to design a more impactful public health policy, the use of AI-powered diagnostic applications on smartphones to remotely diagnose various health conditions and enable health workers to more accurately identify and diagnose illnesses. Intelligent virtual assistants that provide health coaching and preventative care, and AI-enabled pharmacogenomic applications to customize treatments based on certain genetic markers to individuals. Although the future of AI in healthcare looks bright, it is important to note the specific healthcare sector challenges and opportunities as highlighted in recent Jabil's digital health surveys. This includes the slow production and launch cycles, which can be addressed by more agility built into product planning, development, and delivery. 89% of healthcare manufacturing companies have the opinion that they need to act more like consumer technology companies and that their company culture is holding them back to deliver AI-driven digital solutions to their customers in a faster way. 75% of digital healthcare solution providers are on a path of leveraging AI-driven personalized medicine and precision healthcare solutions. Contract healthcare manufacturing companies can innovate through delivery of additive manufacturing and the use of 3D printing. With regulatory environments becoming more accommodating toward the use of technology in healthcare, faster speed to market can be achieved through modular design architectures and AI-driven digital technologies to optimize clinical trials and lowering costs, and addressing data security and privacy concerns by standardizing healthcare interoperability resources and giving patients better access and control over the health data.